What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Bricks and Toys. And in today's video, we're going to be tackling the upscaled Octan minifigure. This one is a weird one because I like to relate it to F1 racing, but it's not. But it did come out alongside of all of the cool F1 racing sets of March. So maybe the Octan racing figure is just a little Lego nudge of like, hey, we can do it too. I don't know. I don't know why this set exists, but it looks really cool, and that's why I bought it. I love upscaled minifigures. I got the Harry and the Hermione, as well as the classic one from just like, 2 years ago now? And so when this guy came out, I'm like, he's a racing figure with the Octan sponsor. This is really cool. I'm definitely going to go for him. This set does set you back about $55 here in the US. It is a 10 and older set. It is set number 40819, and it's called the Upscaled Racing Driver Minifigure. I like to call him the Octan Driver because that's a sponsor, but it's kind of left out of the details. He is 694 pieces, and I'm guessing it's part of the Lego Creator line, or I'm not sure what the lineup is of this. Is this or is this the Lego exclusive line? This greebling on the side resembles the lineup of which this set comes from, and I'm not too sure what it is. I'm stumped here on a video for once. But anyway, it is definitely a geared towards children's set with that 10 and older age range, and the playful nature of the box with that yellow greebling, as well as the racing flag shadowed off in the background, and then just the bright color nature of the classic minifigure in the yellow with the gray gloves, the green and white and red suit which is the Octan colors, and then he also has a little helmet on his head which looks really cute and adorable. And that's him right there on the box in all of his glory. Let's take a closer look. It looks like it might actually be printed elements with this set. Now let's look at the side of the box. Well, besides the Lego logo, there ain't crap on it. Then on this side of the box, well, minus some things in another language, nothing on this side of the box. Maybe the top of the box has some stuff. Well, we have a one-to-one element of his face, or his smile, so that gives us a sense of how big he's going to be. We already know, if we've done upscaled figures before, how big he's going to be, so okay. Then we do have country of origins and our do not eat it right there on the top. And then on our bottom of the box, we have our Legal Eagles, barcode, and recycling information. They left the LegoApp.com stuff all off of there, and hey, that's for the better, right? And then, looking at the back of the box, we got dimensions. He's going to be about 10 inches tall, and, well, it doesn't say how wide he's going to be. Now, with that dimensions depiction up there, it does show us that we can expect head movement side to side, arm movement of, I think, back and forth, and the hand movement side to side, and he does have foldable legs, which brings us down to our main big picture here of him sitting on his butt with his arms moved and his head twisted. That is the set in a nutshell on the box. Now, let's get our knife, let's cut open this box and see what we have in terms of this build. Now we're going to go up here, we're going to find two pieces of tape, 1 and 2, and that is our last box opening of our March sets. Farewell, March. Come on, May. Who's excited for May? It's right around the corner. Star Wars is upon us. Now I'm going to let you guys get the first look inside of the box. Anything good? Anything noticeable? Seems reasonably packed. Let's do our pour. There we go. That is our set in a nutshell. I see a book, and I don't see a sticker sheet. I do see a bag number 8. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say we have a total of 8 bags. Let's go ahead. Let's count them out. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got a 3. We got a 4, a 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we do have 8 medium-sized bags to make this set. We do have our book. There is no QR code for 20 points on this set, which is kind of disappointing as you do pay $55 for this set. Now let's go into the book. There is absolutely nothing in the beginning of the book. It is done in that classic Lego blue background of the pages. And at the back of the book, it's going to end at 198 steps and 81 pages total to get your Octan racing figure. The book is done with that really thin paper as well, so you kind of got to be careful with using it. And that is the beginning part of the upscaled racing figure. I'm going to take a day to get this one built, and for you guys, well, the review's right here. Okay, everybody, let's come on in and let's take a look at our 40819 upscaled racing driver minifigure. And will you get a look at him? I'm going to freehand this review because, well, you know what? There is not enough to really go over here. So let's just get through it. Let's start down at the feet. The feet is made of the traditional materials of Lego and brick usage, is what I'm trying to say, as we would get on a normal upscaled figure. This is the third one of these upscale figures I've ever built. I don't know if they ever made any more, but I really think that they're cute and I like them a lot. Like a traditional minifigure, the legs are movable. You can stage them if you want. I'm just going to leave him sitting up like this throughout the review. The only difference with his legs is his off green right here down the side, kind of representing a pinstripe in the suit, like a traditional racing driver's suit would have. Now, coming on up, we just have this solid green for the arms that matches the majority of the legs. So the legs and the arms kind of have a theme of the same green. And I do believe that the hands are made of that dark bluish gray to represent the racing gloves. We do have our first two out of, I believe, 3 printed elements with this set. And that is our torso print with the zipper and the Octan logo, along as some racing flags, and the Octan symbol right there with the name. We have some nice little greebling right here for the belt, and that makes his middle torso. I'm going to spin him around here really quick so you can get a look at all of the detail and see that it's pretty much traditional part usage of an upscaled figure. Besides the green on the arms, we do have a little bit of red right here in the middle of the suit to break up that green and the white, and it looks quite nice, and it ties him in with his head, which is our next portion of the video. Now, before I get into the head, I do want to mention the arms do move back and forth like a traditional thing, and with the hands, they do move as traditional. And then with the head does move side to side, as traditional upscale figures do. Inside of that helmet of his, he is hiding an Easter egg, and you do have to break his head in order to get into it, unlike with the one we had 2 years ago where the hat opened up and we could easily see the Easter egg inside of that one. This one we're not so lucky, so stay tuned for that, and we'll take a look at it here in just a second. The helmet covers up the majority of the head, which is just fine. We can see the brick used all throughout it. We got plates, we got normal bricks, and then we got nice curved elements to make that nice domed top. And then coming around, we do have some interesting build techniques to finish out the lower front so you don't see any plates or any negative area. It's all smooth. And then we have a nice hinge technique right here for the lower element. I think it looks really nice, and you can move it up or down. It's just up to you. And then with his smile of his yellow head, that is our last printed element of the set. Now, let's rip off his head and let's see what's inside of this racing driver. And I really love this Easter egg because a lot of people make the jokes of, well, what's inside of a racing driver's head? And what flows through his veins? Gasoline. Well, can you guess what's in his head? Well, let's take a look. We're going to grab his head just like this, and we're going to give a good yank off with his head. And there we can see we did evenly shaved off the top part of his helmet. He still has the other part just hanging out in there. And look at that. He's got an engine for brains. So he's got gas in his veins and an engine for brains. That is a really cool Easter egg. I wish they could have made that where it was easier to access than ripping off his head. But I guess we only have, 8 studs total holding that top part of the helmet on. Well, actually, we got more here on the inside. You can see that there is yellow elements kind of throughout to resemble that there's actually a head inside of the helmet. So the helmet does not cover up the complete build of the head. We can put that back on, but I'm going to do that off camera because I need 2 hands to get them back together. Now let's wrap up this video and share some final thoughts about this really cool set. Now it's time to bid farewell to the last Lego set of the entire backlog. I do have more sets in my backlog, but those are sets that I choose to not build because you know what? Maybe they'll be worth something one day, and also I like them, but I don't have space to actually display them, and it's easier to keep them in a box and tucked away nice and safe than to actually have them out. I think that this is the perfect final build of saying farewell to all of the old Lego. We're now 4 complete months into the new year. I believe that's a third of the year already gone, and we've already reviewed a third of the year of Lego sets. We got 2/3 to go, and what I'm trying to say is I'm really glad that we're not finishing off with the Supra. I almost did the Technic Supra at the very end of the month, but something told me don't do that. And I'm glad because I'm leaving this month with a good taste in my mouth with Lego, and I'm excited for what is to come with Star Wars in May. I really like these upscaled figures, and I really hope you guys do too. As I stated earlier, we have the Harry and Hermione figures from Harry Potter. We got the classic minifigure where it actually has somebody up in the head, like controlling it like a giant robot, like in that one Eddie Murphy movie, Meet Dave, which was really cool to see. But when I built this guy, I thought it was just going to be like the Harry and Hermione, where there's really nothing going on interior-wise, and it's just visual. And then I find out that he's got an engine for brains. And that was really cool to find out with this set. I do hate how you have to rip his head apart and kind of work it back on. But you know what? It's a win, and it's a really cool win. I don't know, guys. I really like him. $55, is pretty mid. I wouldn't say it's too much, but it's kind of in the just right. It's a fun afternoon build, 4 hours, and you're in and you're out. It's very much okay in the most positive way. If you guys are into racing and automotive stuff and Lego like myself, this will be a definite positive addition to your collection. You can't go wrong with it, and you will enjoy yourself when you find that you're building yourself a little V6 engine for his brain. I keep talking about that, but that's the big highlight. And that's all I have to say about the upscaled figure. It's cool. Buy at your own judgment. I'm glad I bought it, and I'm going to be so happy to display it with all my other ones. And with that, if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and following along with everything that we do here. As usual, if you want to share this video with a friend, that would be appreciated. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, the like button. That would be awesome. Up next on the channel, well, fingers crossed, we're in Vegas, welcoming in May the 4th at our downtown Summerlin store, and hopefully meeting some original Las Vegas peeps that were there from the very beginning, and maybe some new. We'll see. As of right now, guys, health-wise, I ain't doing too good. I keep getting sick from my kids. I'm on my second round of the flu, and currently I'm walking around with what they call a vestibular migraine, to where, put it like this, to build this guy, looking down at the book and the parts, it kind of made you feel like you're hung over, and when you stand up too fast, the walls come towards your face. Fun times. I hope to get over it, and I can travel, and I can get down to Vegas and bring in May the 4th. And on that one, thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have a good one.